Antonio starts right now.
This morning, Bexar County officials are revealing more about a deadly shooting that happened in the parking lot of a Walgreens on San Antonio's west side.
China is reeling from days of demonstrations fueled by its zero COVID policy. I'm ABC's Justin Finch with the impact to financial markets and what protesters are demanding of their government this morning.
45 degrees at 4:30 this morning. Another onion day where you start with a couple of layers on and then you take them off throughout the day. Mike will explain in just a bit.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday. It is November 28th. We hope you had a great holiday weekend and safely made it back home for work and school. Sarah is in for Steph today, which is always a nice thing to start out the week. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I had a great Thanksgiving.
Good. I'm glad.
You know,
any leftovers left?
No, so we left my parents in Corpus, right? And then we got to San Antonio. It's like, we
forgot all that stuff.
We didn't even pack any. We just totally forgotten. You know,
really? So it's somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
So just go get a Lunchable with some turkey in it. So
there you go.
You're all set. So I like the onion thing, though. Yes,
you like that?
The onion layer. Because for some people, this is plenty cold now.
It is nice and chilly. We're going to have just ups and downs this weekend. Or this week, I should say. It was very, very warm yesterday. Got in the upper 70s. We're going to be up in that ballpark again today. It is cool this morning. Got a lot of clear skies out there. We also have some fog to deal with. Some of the obviously leftover moisture and some extra humidity here and there. Down around Carrizo Springs, half-mile visibility, and then Corpus Christi as well. A lot of very thick fog down there along the coast, and Austin has just a hint of it. Temperatures right now, really, really nice. I mean, we've got 30s, 40s, close to freezing in parts of the hill country. And then with these dew point temperatures, we are kind of running neck and neck with the actual air temperature. So relatively speaking, there's a lot of humidity out there. And again, that combined with some other factors is why we do see some of that fog out there. Not really looking at it here in town, but of course, just be aware of that. Mold's moderate and juniper is on the low side. And throughout the rest of the morning, I haven't used this graphic in about a week. Bus stop forecast. Temperatures are going to be in the 30s, 40s where they are right now. And then big warm up. So onion kind of weather. I like that one. Yesterday we gained about 37 degrees. Today we're going to be gaining a good 30 degrees between the low and the high. So 75, well above normal. Even warmer tomorrow. Then we have another front coming through here. So it's going to be back to great fall weather. Question is, how long will that last? Hint. Not that long. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Sarah, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. The victim shot in the parking lot of a Walgreens on the city's west side has now been identified. The victim is 30-year-old Ricardo Ortega. According to the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office, the shooting happened early yesterday morning at the store located on West Commerce Street near South General McMullen. San Antonio police say Ortega was sitting in the car while a family member was inside using the ATM. Gunshots were heard, and when the family member came outside, Ortega was unresponsive in the car with a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital where he later died.
In China, protesters are storming the streets, and many are demanding President Xi Jinping step down immediately. As
ABC's Justin Finch explains, the heated demonstrations are largely driven by frustrations with China's zero COVID policy.
Across China, citizens and police clashing in the streets. Law enforcement racing to contain remarkable shows of opposition to China's President Xi Jinping. Some in Beijing openly calling for him to step down. This woman saying we should end his dictatorship and Xi only cares about himself. Frustrations with China's super strict zero COVID policy prompting thousands to protest Xi and his Communist Party while demanding freedom and denouncing censorship.
The zero COVID policy has been a disaster, both economically and politically inside China.
Asian financial markets were down in early trading on news of the rare China protest and supply chain concerns. At Foxconn's largest iPhone plant, police in hazmat suits seen coming to blows with protesters last week, following reports of workers upset by delays in bonus payouts and the company's handling of a COVID outbreak. Apple already reporting delays for some iPhone models. The demonstrations ramping up after 10 people died in a fire at an apartment complex in the western city of Urumqi. Residents blaming China's COVID measures for hindering rescue efforts, claiming it took fire crews 3 hours to knock out flames, which officials deny. The world now watching to see how President Xi responds.
It is unimaginable that they will try to resolve the issue by backing down, changing the policy. It is not the Xi Jinping style.
And the BBC is condemning China's arrest of one of its photographers while covering anti-government protests in Shanghai, saying he was also beaten by Chinese police. The BBC says it didn't receive immediate explanation or apology, and is refuting officials' claims he was arrested to protect him from COVID. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
This morning, the entire city of Houston is under a boil water notice. According to Houston Public Works, the notice was issued after pressure from the city's main water system dropped below the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality's required minimum amount during a power outage. Houston's mayor's office says that this order may not be lifted until tonight or tomorrow morning. Also, Houston Independent School District has canceled all operations today due to the issue.
Classes will be back in session today at the University of Idaho. It's the first time for some students are returning since 4 of their classmates were brutally stabbed to death inside an off-campus home. Now, more than 2 weeks after the murders, there have been no arrests or murder weapon, and investigators have not revealed a motive. There are now growing signs of fear within the community. Police saying they are getting an influx of 911 calls for unusual circumstances or welfare checks for loved ones. One local locksmith says he's getting 50 calls per day from people wanting deadbolts installed in their homes.
NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. was removed from a flight early yesterday for refusing to buckle his seatbelt. Beckham was on an American Airlines flight from Miami to L.A. when crew members say he refused to comply with their instructions. Members of the flight crew say the NFL free agent wide receiver appeared to be coming in and out of consciousness at the time. The pilot forced to abort takeoff and return to the gate. Miami police say they were called on board for the plane was described as a medical emergency. Passengers were asked to deplane, and Beckham eventually complied with the request by police to get out of his seat. Beckham was escorted off the aircraft, and so far no charges have been filed in that incident.
It's 4:37 and 44 degrees.
UTSA football still celebrating that big come-from-behind victory over UTEP. Now that the Mean Green stand in the way of the Roadrunners and the Conference USA Championship. Up next, how the coach and players plan to keep the momentum going.
A lot of people on the roads this weekend, especially probably last night, coming back home. Not a lot of activity out there right now. If anything pops up this morning, we will let you know about it.
We are going to do our very best, the three of us. Stephen is out this morning. Right now, we're looking outside with live cam, waiting for that sun to come up and get this week going. It's a little tough to get back to work after our big holiday week like we just had, but we're going to do our best. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 4:40 for the second straight season. UTSA will host the Conference USA Championship game this Friday. Only this time they will do so after undefeated in conference play. That's after UTSA, a first for UTSA, and now they're ranked in both national polls for the first time since last December. Number 23 in the AP Top 25 and number 24 in the USA Today Coaches Poll. Roadrunners capped their historic regular season with a monumental comeback victory, erasing a 24-point deficit to defeat UTEP 31-34 in their regular season finale this weekend. It's the largest comeback in program history. Quarterback Frank Harris was sensational, completing 16 passes for 384 yards and 3 touchdowns to help the Roadrunners earn their 9th straight victory.
It means a lot. First time, program history being 8-0. Who would have ever thought, first coming in, having losing seasons. Just a testament to Coach Traylor and the staff, changing the culture around, and us going out there and executing.
That's 12 straight games, man, where they freaking give it up now. Their competitive spirit is like no one's. And I already knew when it's 24-0, I'm not going to be asking me, why is Frank still out there and why hadn't I pulled the kids yet? And I was going to tell them, we're going to come back and win the game. And by God, we did.
Roadrunners will take on the Mean Green of North Texas in the championship game Friday, 6:30 p.m. at the Alamo Dome. After enjoying a bye week, the University Incarnate Word returns to action for the second round of the FCS playoffs Saturday. 7th-seeded Cardinals will host Furman Saturday at 1 p.m. at Benson Stadium. The Paladins defeated Elon in the first round. Quarterback Lindsey Scott Jr. will lead one of the highest-scoring offenses in the nation onto the field. He's thrown 50 touchdown passes this year. Our San Antonio Spurs have now lost 8 straight, and that skid includes back-to-back losses to LeBron James and the Lakers at home. Saturday night, the Spurs scored a season-high 138 points, but still found a way to lose. Keldon Johnson finished with a team-high 26 and 10 rebounds. LeBron was getting better, scoring a game-high 39 points. Spurs were also snake-bit with injuries, losing both Jakob Poeltl and rookie Jeremy Sohan to quad injuries. This has been a rough stretch, and this team of Spurs doesn't like to lose.
We were talking about in the locker room. We continue to talk about it every single day. I'm trying to figure out, how we can turn this thing around and start stacking some wins again. But it's just going to be something, we're young. We're going to have to experience a lot, go through a lot, and learn a lot.
Up next, Spurs take on the Thunder in Oklahoma City. The team is back home Friday to face New Orleans, and then it's Phoenix at home on Sunday. Boom. Boxing is wrapping up here in San Antonio for 2022, and former NFL running back Frank Gore will be on the card. The 5-time Pro Bowler was in the NFL from 2005 to 2020. Serving as the co-main event will be San Antonio's Rick Medina, who's coming off his first loss in the summer. Saturday is going to be a big night for Medina, local fighters, and Frank Gore.
After my loss, it left a bad taste in my mouth and something I don't want to taste again. So I'm looking forward to end the year off strong and enjoy the holiday with my family. Well, I'm very excited. I miss the crowd, fighting in here in my hometown. It's my favorite thing to do, so I'm looking forward to it.
You can get tickets to Saturday's fights at Freeman Coliseum by calling 449-5599 or 322-9974. And that's a look at morning sports.
It's 4:44 and 44 degrees. All right, up next, we'll hear what happened to a cruise ship passenger who fell overboard and spent nearly 15 hours lost at sea. A cruise ship passenger who fell overboard was rescued after spending nearly 15 hours in the middle of the ocean. ABC's Victor Oquendo has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, cruise ship survival story. New details emerging about a cruise ship passenger who's lucky to be alive after falling overboard, spending nearly 15 hours lost at sea without a life jacket.
It's a testament to his will to live. To be out in the middle of the ocean, treading water for upwards of 15 hours, is simply incredible.
Overnight, Good Morning America speaking to the U.S. Coast Guard Search and Rescue Coordinator.
There was a potential of over 7,000 miles of ocean we had to search, which is roughly the same size as Massachusetts. We launched a Coast Guard helicopter out of Air Station New Orleans, a 45-foot response boat medium out of Station Venice, and one of our fixed-wing airplanes out of Mobile.
And we'll have much more on this miracle on the high seas coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Oquendo, ABC News, Miami.
Let's take a look outside with the roads at TransGuide. It's 4:48, 44 outside. Not a lot of activity early this morning. We know a lot of people hit the roads last night and over the weekend. We're going to keep an eye out for you. If anything pops up, we'll let you know.
The only thing I've seen right now is looks like maybe some construction northbound 1604 at I-35, maybe affecting one lane. That's it. No actions right now.
Okay.
I had to, my sons had come in for the Thanksgiving and took one to the airport. Got there about 20 after 4 in the morning.
Yes, yesterday.
And yesterday morning. And obviously it's Sunday. You knew travel was going to be bad. But coming off that big ramp that takes you to the, right to the drop-off area, traffic was back up almost to the bottom of that ramp. I've never seen it like that before.
I'll believe it.
At 4 in the morning?
At 4:15, 4:20 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, we haven't seen it like this since 2019. I mean, this is clearly pre-pandemic travel stuff going on now. So we're there. We're back. We're normal.
Which isn't necessarily bad. It's great.
Yeah, it's time.
Bring it on. And just like down the river Friday night for the Christmas parade, look at all the lights down there and folks just having a great time. And did they have dinner set up right there along with watching the parade?
How fun.
If so, yay. And the nice thing about it was we did get rain, obviously, around the area. It was still kind of murky, but all the heavy stuff decided to wait because it kept slowing down and slowing down and slowing down. So finally we got some of that rain overnight. So it really didn't put that much of a damper on the Christmas parade on the river on Friday night. And just a fantastic weekend after that. It couldn't have been more beautiful. Now, it did get warm yesterday, of course. We've got a lot of clear skies around here right now, and that's what's helping out with some some fog. So half-mile visibility at Carrizo Springs, Corpus Christi at just a quarter-mile visibility. Temperatures are in the 40s and 30s right now. Then you've got the dew point temperatures that are running neck and neck right there. On top of that, now we've got some obviously light wind and then very, very clear skies. Dry air upstairs in the atmosphere. I mean, here, this is just bone dry air when you get this kind of brownish shade on the water vapor imagery. So that's allowing temperatures to really cool down efficiently. Then you got some leftover moisture in the ground as it drops down that quickly, and that's why we're seeing some of that fog just in spots. Clear skies around here. We will bottom out at 44. So because we've got dew point very close to the air temperature, we can't drop below that. So that's why we're not going to drop down that much more. And then a big warm up throughout the day. We're going to make it up to 68 already at noon. So already we'll be gaining close to 25 degrees by noon, and then top off at 75 later on today. A couple of clouds around here and then more clouds later on tonight. Humidity is very, very low right now. I mean, dew points are low. Relative humidity, of course, is high, but this is going to start to change. It's going to be pleasant today. However, moisture comes back in here very quickly overnight. So that's going to lead to probably a little mist drizzle, some of those little streamer showers that we call them, just because all this moisture is just pumping on in here so quickly. So humidity comes in tomorrow, and it's going to be very, very warm, or just call it downright hot. We're going to be up to 80 tomorrow and all of that humidity. Then we have a front moving on through here, and that's going to get rid of all the humidity. And actually, we're going to be on the cold side by the middle part of the week. So today we've got a lot of clear skies. Here's the clouds that come back in here. Again, a couple little sprinkly showers here or there, and that's going to be tomorrow morning. Then we will be clearing out in the afternoon. That's just going to help to heat things up tomorrow. But like I said, that front moves through then early on in the day. So 70, mid-70s today, and then start off very warm tomorrow. We get up to 80 then in the afternoon. Then that front moves on through here. And I think when you get, in the record books, Wednesday's going to be an upside down day. We will start in the mid 60s in the wee hours of Wednesday and then drop into the mid 50s or even lower in the afternoon. Windy, much colder, low 40s Thursday, mid 50s then. That only lasts for a couple of days because humidity's right back in here for the weekend, and temperatures upper 70s, close to 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
Up and down.
Like I said on one of my push alerts, kind of for the leftovers, it's sort of a fall weather sandwich.
Nice.
So we got hot, humid, and sandwiched in the middle is the fall weather.
Oh, I thought you were thinking like a really nice country white bread with, stuffing and cranberry and then a little bit of leftover turkey that's left.
That sounds good too.
Okay, all right. 452, 44 degrees.
Up next, why Disney's newest animated film is failing at the box office. Plus, Taylor Swift is topping the Billboard charts.
Here are your lottery numbers this morning. Pick 3, 126, Fireball 3, daily 4 number 5985, Fireball 7.
Cash 5, 13, 16, 17, 22, 35. Texas Lotto 4, 11, 12, 20, 39, 41. Powerball 15, 30, 47, 50, 51. Powerball 3, Power Play 10.
Well, not very many people seem to like Disney's newest animated adventure. Plus, Michael Jackson is back in the top 10.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
At the box office, holiday travelers went to Wakanda. The Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever, took in the most money Thanksgiving weekend, an estimated $64 million in North America, the film's third weekend at number 1. But the new movies were turkeys.
We are clearly in uncharted territory.
Disney's animated adventure Strange World grabbed second place, opening to a paltry estimated $18.6 million Wednesday through Sunday, one of the worst animated openings in modern-day Disney history.
It's been a murder.
The Knives Out sequel Glass Onion finished third. It heads to Netflix next week. Overall, it was one of the slowest Thanksgiving weekends in decades. Grammy-winning singer Dua Lipa, now officially an Albanian citizen. She was granted the status Sunday. Both her parents are Albanian, but Lipa was born in London in 1995. She wraps her future nostalgia tour in Albania's capital tonight.
Best believe I'm still bejeweled when I walk in the room.
People continue to meet Taylor Swift at midnight. Her album Midnight's number 1 for a 4th week on the Billboard 200 album chart. And Michael Jackson back in the top 10, the 40th anniversary reissue of Thriller hitting number 7. And comedian Jon Stewart with a birthday today, the satirist turning 60, while Oscar-winning Roma and Gravity director Alfonso Cuarón is 61. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
457, 44 degrees.
Get ready for some Cyber Monday deals. Why the pressure is on retailers to sell as much as they can right now.
And a suspect known as the Border Patrol serial killer will be tried here in Bexar County starting today. We'll preview what's known so far in the case and why there was a change of venue.
We're taking a look outside with TransGuide at the roads. If anything pops up, we'll let you know about them. We'll have traffic and weather in our next hour.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Shots ring out on the city's southeast side overnight. What San Antonio police say started the shooting that's left a man in critical condition.
Cyber Monday spending is expected to top $11 billion today. We'll show you where you'll find the deepest discounts.
Outside with live cam. It was a beautiful day yesterday. We're down to 44 degrees. And a somewhat blurry shot right now. We'll do our best to get that worked on. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, November 28th. Hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving weekend with your friends and family.
Happy Monday. Happy Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
Did you do any Black Friday shopping?
I did. I did some damage over the weekend.
In person or online?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, including a new smoker. 56% off.
Really?
Of a new smoker.
Merry Christmas,
Thank
Mark
you.
Austin.
It's a good day. I mean, I'm smiling bigger than
You've
usual.
really gotten into that lately about smoking briskets and
It's
turkeys
just
and everything.
the coolest thing. It's awesome.
Do you see any smoked meat here from Mark? No.
The leftovers aren't as good.
Then smoke when I bring it in. Anyway, it is a nice morning. Grab a jacket for you. Head out the door right now. We are at 44 degrees. Yesterday, we made it into the upper 70s. We gained 37 degrees throughout the course of the day yesterday. It was a chilly morning this morning. Look at the bottom number. Dew point's at 41. So relatively speaking, we've got a lot of humidity out there, even though that dew point's very, very low. And that is helping out with some fog. Not a lot, but I'll show you that in a second. 75 for a high temperature today. So once again, a huge warm up. We gained basically 30 degrees throughout the course of the day. The aquifer over the weekend went up 0.8 of a foot. Nice big jump in the aquifer. And we do have mold on the moderate side. Juniper is low. So with all this humidity, we've got clear skies, perfect as we call it, radiational cooling out there. We do have some fog, not much. Nothing like what we had on Thursday. Boy, Thursday was just a soupy day all around the area. But Carrizo Springs, half-mile visibility, and then down there around Corpus Christi. A lot of fog if you're heading down 37 and toward the coast or down to the south this morning. So just watch out for there. And there's fog advisories along the coast there at Corpus Christi. So clear, chilly this morning. Beautiful day today. A couple of clouds are going to start to show up late this afternoon. Warm temperatures, as I mentioned, getting into the mid-70s. So we're still going to be anywhere 5 to close to 10 degrees above normal. Then the clouds come in here. Humidity comes in here overnight pretty quickly. We're going to be seeing some of those little light streamer showers, as we call them, tomorrow morning. Just a little bit, enough to make the roads kind of damp heading off to work and school tomorrow. And it's going to be up to 80 tomorrow. Then a cold front comes through, and that's going to be early on Wednesday. So we'll start off mid-60s in the wee hours Wednesday and drop down throughout the day. Nice fall weather, nice and chilly Wednesday, Thursday. Then we get back up to normal readings Friday, and clouds come back in here. And weekend, it's going to be on the hot side once again, mid-upper 70s, and also on the humid side coming up this weekend. So big roller coaster with all the temperatures. So everything you can wear this week, right, Sarah? Shorts, jackets, the whole 9 yards.
Everything.
We'll talk more about the forecast coming up here in just a couple of minutes. 1st of December is right around the corner. Traffic Authority right now. Stephen is out sick this morning. Mark?
No accidents right now. We are still very early into our Monday morning commute, but traffic is definitely picking up there. And that shot at 35 and 1604.
New this morning, San Antonio police are looking for suspects who got away in a red car after shooting a man overnight. It happened just before midnight in the 2300 block of Hicks. That's on the city's southeast side. Police say 2 groups of people in 2 vehicles got into an argument when the victim got out and someone shot him. SAPD says he was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The suspects drove away. The others drove off and called for help from another location. Police say the victims claim to know the suspects.
A new week means a new capital murder trial is on the docket here in Bexar County. This time for the suspect known as the Border Patrol serial killer. Juan David Ortiz is accused of killing 4 women in the Laredo area 4 years ago. The trial was moved to Bexar County from Webb County after the judge granted a change of venue. Later today, we'll be live streaming the trial gavel to gavel on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus on the KSAT YouTube channel as well. To learn more about the events leading up to Ortiz's arrest, you can watch our open court special right now on our website.
A scam alert for those living in Guadalupe County. Phone scammers are claiming to be Chief Deputy Joshua Ray with the county sheriff's office and requesting money. They are telling victims they missed a federal court date. This is a scam, according to the actual Guadalupe County sheriff. They posted about the scam on social media. They encourage those who have or may have received the call to not give out any information or money. Instead, report it to their department. That number, 830-379-1224.
In your morning headlines, protesters in China, angered by strict antivirus measures, are calling for the country's President Xi Jinping to resign. It's an unprecedented rebuke as authorities in at least 8 cities struggle to suppress demonstrations that represent a rare direct challenge to the ruling Communist Party. In Shanghai, demonstrators and police clashed Sunday, with police taking away a busload of protesters. A BBC journalist was assaulted and detained by police as he covered the protest, but was later released after several hours. 3 years after the virus emerged, China is the only major country still trying to stop transmission of COVID with its zero COVID strategy. The protests and lockdowns could have a worldwide impact on already strained supply chains. Stock markets are down this morning on that news in China. Well, today is the busiest day of the year to shop online.
And as ABC's Andrea Fujii explains, there are a lot of great deals. However, the key is knowing what to buy.
Cyber Monday spending is expected to top $11 billion today. The deepest discounts are expected to be on TVs, laptops, and beauty products.
Cyber Monday's roots are in tech. So anything that is tech related that you did not get on Black Friday, but that you want, so Cyber Monday's the time to get it.
As for larger purchases, this Thursday, December 1st, is when appliances are expected to be at their lowest price, averaging 18% off at most retailers. A huge factor looming over the holiday season is inflation at a 40-year high. The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates 6 times this year to cool the economy and bring down spending, putting pressure on retailers to sell as much as they can now.
They know that their budget's getting eaten up by their heating bill, their rent, these necessity grocery purchases. So the pressure is on, for them to compete with each other and offer the richest deal possible.
On Black Friday, Americans spent more than $9 billion shopping online, a 2% increase from last year and higher than forecasted. But retailers are still losing ground when factoring in 7% inflation. And to cope with higher prices, many shoppers are turning to flexible payment plans. According to one estimate, buy now, pay later payments increased by 78% on Black Friday compared to the previous week.
Some economists say that the strong labor market is supporting this holiday spending, but it is unclear what happens if hiring slows in the new year.
As for what not to buy on Cyber Monday, wait on mattresses and furniture. Experts say better deals on those items can be had on President's Day. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
And here at home, Rosario's in Southtown is officially no more. The owner closed the doors at the restaurant location for good this weekend, but don't worry, they plan to open back up at a new location on St. Mary Street. Rosario's in South Alamo has been a staple in the area, staying in that location for 30 years. Bigger and better things are planned for the future. The new location will be 25,000 square feet in a 2-story building, which will offer a rooftop terrace.
Wow.
The new location expected to open mid-December, so pretty soon.
Very quick transition there. But they've been planning this for a while now.
Yes.
Yeah. 508, 44 degrees.
Frontier Airlines shuts down its customer service phone line. We'll tell you why and the only ways to contact the airline now.
Catholics in San Antonio once again being offered the blood of Christ, communion during Mass. Why the Archbishop says now is a great time to restart the beloved tradition.
44 degrees. It's a sweater kind of morning, t-shirt kind of afternoon. Mike will have our forecasts when we come back.
For the first time since the pandemic began, Catholics in San Antonio are once again being offered the blood of Christ, communion during Mass. It happened Sunday. the first day of Advent.
The Archbishop of San Antonio tells us they practice communion throughout the pandemic lockdown, but with limits. So according to the Center for Disease Control, more than 86% of people in Bexar County have received at least one COVID-19 vaccination shot. So now the church's leadership has found it acceptable to carry out the full communion.
It's an adjustment, even for us, to reorganize ourselves, and always with the freedom for those who wish to receive it.
The Archbishop says a lot of people participated in yesterday's communion, and he says this is a great time to start the practice again to prepare the Catholic community to get involved for the Advent season.
5:13, 44 degrees.
Still ahead, why a major airline has decided to close its customer service phone line.
That's why Ferrari's hybrid concept car will only exist inside a popular video game.
Taking a look outside with the roads. So far, so good this morning. If anything happens, we'll let you know about it.
You got 100 points.
Have you been moisturizing? Just sunscreen. That's 50 points.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn points.
Who's got 200 points?
You've got 200 points.
It's the free loyalty program that rewards you.
They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And helps your money, health, and happiness live longer.
At these times, 200 points.
Start earning and redeeming points today.
Bye-bye cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Not coughing? Hashtag still not coughing?
Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion and any type of cough, day or night. Mucinex DM. It's comeback season.
If you haven't tried Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray, what are you waiting for? It's Dawn's fastest and easiest way to clean everyday dishes. You just spray, wipe, and rinse. It cleans 5 times faster to actually break down grease on contact. So spray your dishes clean with Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray.
Welcome back. Just about 5:17. It's the biggest online shopping day of the year, and there are plenty of deals out there starting right now. ABC's Andrea Fuji has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, the Cyber Monday deals are here. Today's online shopping is expected to top $11 billion. Analysts say the deepest discounts are expected to be on TVs, laptops, and beauty products. As for what not to buy today, wait on mattresses and furniture. Experts say buy those items on President's Day instead. Frontier Airlines is no longer taking your calls. The carrier has shut down its customer service lines. If you have a question, you can reach out via WhatsApp, social media, or Frontier's website. The company claims it found more customers prefer communicating digitally. Ferrari is rolling out a 1,000 horsepower race car, but it will only exist in a game. Ferrari's concept car included in the new Gran Turismo 7 video game. Ferrari says it wanted to create the vision future designed without constraint. And those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
I was going to walk over and take a quick look at the TransGuide cameras, but right now we have the one shot. And
you can run over there.
Okay, I'll go look real quick. I can tell you this. I just looked at TxDOT's website.
Yeah.
Not seeing any accidents right now, but we're on alert because we are expecting an influx of folks back from the holiday break today. School should be back today, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And this doesn't help me out. These are daytime shots frozen from like 1:15 p.m. So that was worth the trip.
Well, at least you got your steps in.
Well, see, here's the good thing.
Fairly big.
Girlfriend made homemade sugar cookies yesterday.
Oh, really?
So I need to burn these babies off this week. So if you guys need anything else in the studio, I don't mind taking a little jog.
Okay.
I wish they would have taken the 3-shot just then, and Mark was doing
Mark jogging.
trying to act like he was jogging in place. So, yeah.
The funny thing is just from that,
I know.
Out of breath.
Word to you up-and-coming TV folks, never try and do anything physical and then talk on the air at the same time.
We can't walk and talk. What are you talking about?
Well, no. Walk
way
and talk
too
is one
hard.
thing, but if you're doing something strenuous and then trying to talk, you will run out of gas.
Case in point?
Yes, so no, that was a slow walk. That wasn't that speed walking thing you did going over the traffic area. All right, cute little picture there. The foster dog Sailor Moon and our adopted dog Odin, and they almost look like they're kind of going, we didn't do anything. It's like two kids that get caught doing something. So thank you very much for that. Scan the QR code and send in some of your KSAT Connect pictures, especially of some of these cute little pups out there. Come on, clicker. Come on, clicker. You gonna do it for me? Is the show going over there? Just
no, the
spacebar
show's
through it.
not going.
Oh, darn it all. Did I forget that? Okay. It's not clicking through it? Can you do the space bar?
I'm trying to.
There we go. All right. Throughout the rest of today. And wow, what's going on? I'll tell you what, I'm going to run over here too. It's Monday. It's back to school day. Thank you for the old college try there, Sarah. So here we go. Let's do this one and go like this, and we will start over again. There's the dog walking forecast. And here we go. Okay. Now let's click through this one. There, we've got the clear skies out there right now. A little bit of fog down around Carrizo Springs.
You have 30 seconds for weather now.
Exactly. So didn't get myself winded though going across the studio there. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. We're actually 5, 6, 7 degrees below normal. And of course the humidity, which these numbers are very low on the scale as far as feeling muggy, but relative to the temperature, dew points are fairly high. So relative humidity is high, and with the clear skies, light wind out there, water vapor imagery has just bone dry air. It's going to, beautiful blue skies starting off this morning. That's why we are seeing some of this fog. So temperatures will hold pretty steady for the next couple of hours. Big warm up then. Dry air warms up quickly. We gained 37 degrees yesterday. We are going to be gaining basically 30 degrees throughout the course of the day today, 68 at noon. And then 75 for high temperature. So we are going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above normal later on today. Humidity, like I said, is very pleasant right now. Dew points are low. However, in the overnight hours, boy, the wind's going to shift around, and that humidity, it's going to be a whole different story when you wake up tomorrow morning. And with all this moisture around here, not only is it going to feel muggy, but then we're going to have some of those little sprinkly showers around the area. And that's going to continue to be the case throughout the day on Tuesday. But then we are going to have that front move on through here. So that'll knock the humidity down for Wednesday, Thursday. It's not going to last long because humidity definitely comes back. A little bit of a front tries to move on through here by the weekend, but it's not going to do that much, I don't think. We'll still have a lot of clouds hanging around here and still very, very warm temperatures. So today we make it up to mid 70s, and then tomorrow up to 80. Like I said, a lot of humidity. Front comes on through here. We'll start off mid 60s early Wednesday, but then only mid 50s by late in the afternoon. Low 40s on Thursday. Again, great fall weather midweek. Back to normal readings by Friday, and then very warm and more humid by the weekend.
There's a website I follow, a page, Texas Memes. And this one fits this morning. It says, in Texas, there's a 70 degrees that feels like 80 and a 70 degrees that feels like 60.
That is so true.
It's kind of where we're at this week, right?
Yep, I like that.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. 522, 44 degrees.
Up next, a first look at a new Yellowstone prequel starring Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren.
Two big screen legends hit the small screen, and a celebrity sneaker closet that's so big you can sleep in it.
Wow, must be nice. CNN's David Daniel has the details in the Hollywood Minute.
Jacob, you can't start a range war. Range war's already started.
Men kill quick with a bullet or a noose, but their fight is with me, and I kill much slower.
Here's a look at the first trailer for the latest Yellowstone series, 1923, starring Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford as the senior Duttons of that era. 1923 debuts on Paramount Plus on December 18th in the U.S. and Canada, and December 19th in the U.K. and Australia. DJ Khaled says he's hosting the ultimate sneakerhead experience, turning his massive Miami sneaker closet into a limited edition Airbnb. Guests who book for the nights of December 5th or 6th get to sleep in the unique surroundings, receive an exclusive pair of his We the Best Air Jordan 5s, plus access to an outdoor lounge with a pool and other perks, all for $11 a night, 11 being his shoe size. You can try to nab the booking beginning Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern at airbnb.com/wethebest. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
526, still 44 degrees.
Fear is now gripping communities in Idaho after the murder of 4 college students remains unsolved. Why police say they can't find any suspects.
And a family in Uvalde tries to heal following the school shooting. How a special birthday celebration is helping them move forward.
Plus, why Whole Foods is taking a popular item off its menu and out of its stores.
Today is the first time some students in Idaho are returning since 4 of their classmates were brutally stabbed. Why investigators said there still have not been any arrests more than 2 weeks after the murders.
And families talk about a special birthday and remembrance in Uvalde.
Outside with live cam. A very cool start out there, 44 degrees. It's been a beautiful night here in South Texas, and the forecast is kind of all over the place for the week as we prepare to head into the month of December. Mike Ostrage scurries right over and cue.
And scene. There he is.
It's Monday morning. It is November 28th. What was the best thing about the Thanksgiving weekend for you guys?
I think it was the time with family. We made tamales at my in-laws. I say we.
Them. You watched, supervised.
I watched. Every family needs
really good Cabernet.
A historian, storyteller,
right,
with the wine and like the gesture almost, like the entertainer.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, I remember the picture. You made about 87 dozen, and there's none that you brought back with
We
you.
forgot everything in Corpus. We didn't bring any leftovers. I was like, we got home, we're like, we didn't bring anything.
They're still there. And I know your boys were back.
Next time she goes to family, we need to send a note with her time to bring back leftovers. Yes, my boys were in town.
What's the dish that your youngest makes every year? Is it the cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce.
Okay,
yeah. So, my wife posted pictures because she showed him when he was just little guy standing up on a stool at the stove, and then still makes cranberry sauce. Tastes great and all that. So,
real sauce, not the canned one.
Real sauce.
Look at him.
I know.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to see you guys this morning. Glad you had a good weekend.
And now everybody's back to work, back to school, and it's a great start this morning. We've got a lot of clear skies out there as of right now, and yes, it is chilly. I mean, temperatures have been all over the place. 40 yesterday morning, up into the upper 70s. We gained 37 degrees throughout the course of the day. It's going to be just about the same thing today, gaining roughly 30 from the low to the high. 44 right now. Dew point stands at 41. So yes, we have very dry air, but relative to the temperature, the relative humidity is on the higher side. A little bit of a light breeze out there, and that's why with these clear skies and light wind, we have these temperatures and dew points getting close to each other in places, and that's why there is some fog down around Carrizo Springs and especially well down to the south this morning. Elsewhere, we're not going to be dealing with any fog here in and around town. Mold is moderate. Juniper is on the low side. Of course, the updated count's going to come out in a couple of hours. A lot of sunshine starting off today, and it's going to warm up really quickly. We'll already gain pretty much 25 degrees between now and noon, up to the upper 60s, top off at 75. That, by the way, is the normal high temperature, so we're definitely going to be on the warm side. Clouds come back in here, and the humidity is really going to come back in here as we go into the overnight hours and tomorrow morning. It's a whole different story tomorrow morning with some mist and just kind of that yucky sort of stuff around tomorrow. But then, now the front's going to move through. Timing on that, and will it stick around for the first weekend of December already? Wow, time is flying. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Austin, take it away. You're at the wheel.
I just did some looking, and so far, TxDOT is not reporting any incidents this morning. Sarah's got a better view than I have of the cameras, though, overall.
Yeah, I mean, we are seeing a lot more cars on the road because it is probably going to be another busy traffic morning. People, coming back and just traveling all weekend.
Some of those people on 35 were people that left in the middle of the night to get back for work this morning.
Yeah, to beat the traffic. One more night.
One more night. Yeah, we'll stay Sunday night. Anyway, we'll have much more on the traffic, and we will circle back and talk about Mike and his forecast coming up here in just a minute. Let's get to the news first. Robb Elementary victim Annabelle Rodriguez's birthday was celebrated alongside her sister's birthday last night.
Anastasia is turning 14, while Angelie, Annabelle's twin sister, is turning 11 years old. Their mom, Monica Gallegos, threw the birthday bash to not only celebrate her daughters, but to honor the life of Annabelle. Anastasia says she felt her sister was there with them.
It was like a yellow, and you could see her face in it. And then earlier this morning, Lydia had told me, "Remember, Belle's always with you." And when I saw that, I felt like she was there.
Also honored was Annabelle's fourth grade love, who she is buried next to Xavier Lopez. Their picture was featured on the backs of shirts.
Well, now to the murder mystery in a small college town up in Idaho. Classes are finally resuming this morning.
And as ABC's Andrew Fujii reports, families of the 4 victims, along with people throughout the community, are struggling with a lack of answers.
Classes are back in session today at the University of Idaho. The first time some students are returning since 4 of their classmates were brutally stabbed to death inside this off-campus home.
I think it's important for everybody to come back to campus, but also I understand the fear.
More than 2 weeks after the murders in Moscow, Idaho, no arrests or murder weapon, and investigators have not revealed a motive. Now, growing signs of fear within the community. Police are getting an influx of 911 calls for unusual circumstances or welfare checks for loved ones. And a local locksmith says he's getting 50 calls per day from people wanting deadbolts installed in their homes.
It's just an eerie feeling. Moscow just doesn't feel the same right now.
Just feel better till they have somebody apprehended.
Authorities maintain the killings were targeted, but detectives have not revealed if one or multiple victims were the targets, saying they want to protect the investigation.
Ultimately, we know that there's a person or persons that is in a community somewhere that has committed 4 murders. And I think it's important for the public to know that while they may not see a lot of activity in and out of the house, they may not hear about a lot of the different interviews that are occurring, we're making substantial progress.
Steve Gonsalves, the father of victim Kaylee Gonsalves, says he had not heard any updates from police for days until he contacted them out of frustration. He says police told him they're still analyzing evidence. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
The city of Chesapeake, Virginia has scheduled a candlelight vigil tonight to honor the victims of the mass shooting at a local Walmart store. This evening's remembrance comes 6 days after the rampage that claimed 6 lives. The rampage marked the nation's second high-profile mass shooting in just 4 days' time. Police said the shooter was at the Walmart was a supervisor. He left behind a note claiming he was harassed and pushed to the brink by a perception his phone was hacked. He died at the scene of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Apple CEO Tim Cook traveled to Massachusetts to visit employees hurt when a car drove through a company's store near Boston. Cook arrived at the hospital the day after Thanksgiving to meet with the Apple Store employees. 1 person was killed and 20 were injured when a man charged with reckless homicide crashed into the store last Monday. The driver of the SUV that drove through the store, Bradley Ryan, had a previous DUI arrest in 2020.
Just 2 weeks after suffering burn injuries in a garage fire, comedian Jay Leno returned to the stage last night. The former Tonight Show host performed in front of a sold-out crowd at a comedy and magic club in Hermosa Beach, California. Leno, an avid car collector, was burned in a gasoline fire while working underneath one of his vehicles back on November 12th. The comedian underwent 2 surgeries to treat significant burns on his face and hands. Leno has scheduled 3 additional shows at the Comedy and Magic Club coming up in the month of December.
It's 5:37 and 44 degrees.
Elon Musk giving up updates on new Twitter numbers since he took over the platform. Find out how the numbers compare to this time last year.
Up next, why Whole Foods is taking a popular seafood item out of its store nationwide.
And outside with Live Cam this morning, you will need a jacket this morning. It's a little cooler outside the city. Mike's going to show us beautiful fall-like picture coming up right here on GMSA.
In your morning consumer headlines, new user signups for Twitter are at an all-time high. That's according to Twitter CEO Elon Musk. He says the platform is averaging over 2 million new signups per day in the last 7 days as of November 16th. That's up 66% compared to the same week last year. Musk also says user active minutes were at an all-time high, averaging nearly 8 billion user active minutes per day in the last 7 days as of November 15th. That's up 30% compared to the same week last year.
Whole Foods is taking lobster off the menu. The high-end grocery giant says they'll stop selling Maine's biggest export at hundreds of stores across America. Whole Foods reps say lobster fishing is no longer considered sustainable because of declining populations. Environmental groups also worried that the lines and equipment involved in lobster traps can be a hazard to North Atlantic right whales. Maine's elected leaders are angry because they say Whole Foods is following misguided environmental propaganda, not actual marine science.
It's time to break out the Advent calendar for 2022. The holiday tradition signals the official countdown to Christmas. From a religious perspective, it marks the 4 Sundays before Christmas Day for the Advent season. But like Christmas, it has been greatly commercialized. Many retailers are offering a variety of Advent calendars, which offer daily treats like chocolate candy. Other popular offerings include Legos, other toys, jewelry, wine, cheese, even hot sauce. There are even Advent calendars for our pets with daily treats for dogs and cats. I need to get on that wine advent calendar.
Very creative ones out there. Hey, so one of the other Black Friday treats for myself, I bought Grinch socks for work on sale Friday.
You're not wearing them?
I'm not wearing it. Well, not yet. It was still in November.
Oh, have they come in yet?
Oh, yeah, I've got them.
Okay.
They're ready. Yeah, ready to go. So
locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. They are truly joyful and triumphant. 542, 44 degrees.
After Black Friday and Cyber Monday, folks try to give back to charities on Giving Tuesday, but there are a lot of scammers out there trying to steal your money. We'll show you the top scams to look out for this year.
545, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday, a day that encourages people to donate to charity.
There are many legitimate charities, but there are also bad actors trying to scam people. ABC's Rena Rory has some ways to help you sort through it all.
It's the time of year when Americans' mailboxes, emails, and phones are filled with appeals from various groups asking for donations. There are roughly 1.5 million charitable organizations in the U.S. So how can you make sure that a charity is legitimate? Experts say you should check to see if the charity is a 501c3 organization and if they have an employer ID number.
You can go to the IRS's website, or you can come to a resource like Charity Navigator and you can enter that organization's name. Or you can enter its tax ID, which will give you its very specific profile, and that will confirm if the organization is a valid charity.
If an organization is asking you to make a donation in cash or by gift card, that might be a sign that it's not a legitimate charity. It's safer to donate by credit card or check. If you get a phone call from someone asking for a donation, don't let the caller rush you into anything.
Don't feel pressured into giving that gift. Don't give your credit card information over the phone. You can certainly ask for them to send something in the mail.
It's also a good idea to check how a charity will use your donation.
So the main thing that you want to look for is what the organization's mission is, what their model is, if they have a proven track record in delivering on that mission.
Check the organization's website to see what percentage of money donated goes to their charitable work.
Typically, we look for 70% or more to be allocated towards programs.
For donors, doing a little research can make sure that your donation will get to those who really need it.
And that's why it's so important that you give with your heart, but also you give with your head, and you do a little bit of due diligence before you give.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
We've got our first incident this morning, and it's a pretty significant one, folks. If you're on the west side right now, we're seeing like 4 lanes blocked here. This is showing on TxDOT at 151 South at Loop 1604 out in that general area. Far west side, 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes blocked right now. Status is unknown, but it looks like fire is out there, maybe police as well. As soon as we get some more information, we will let you know. Justin Horn has walked into the studio, and he's going to research this a little bit more for us, and we'll have an update from him coming up in the next 15 or 20 minutes. But this one is one we will keep an eye on for you.
And I know there were a lot of updates over the weekend for our No Shave November.
Yeah.
Mark Austin.
Yes.
Okay, where are you now?
Okay, I'm in 5th. Mike Osterhage is still doing very well, but Justin Horn and Max Massey are right on his tail with just a couple days to go still.
Fantastic.
Mike, you're at $2,350.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Justin's at $2,181. You go with your bad self, Justin Horn. Hey. Max is in 3rd. David Sears in 4th. I'm in 5th. And then we're working on its way down the list. We've got Stephen, Jonathan, RJ, Steve Spriester, Adam Barraza, John Paul, Dylan, Azian, Ken, and Garrett. So we're in the home stretch here. We would love your donations. Every dollar counts. Goes to 12 or 13 different cancer charity groups. And let's keep that money coming in.
Are we still #1 in the country for organizations?
I am sure that we are. I'm sure that as we are. I'm going to check that right now. But there's the barcode and the website to make a donation to us. Mike Osterhage is #5 in the country.
Wow.
And Team KSAT leads by a insurmountable amount in the nation.
Wonderful.
Team KSAT leads $18,236. Oh, so close to our $20,000 goal. Next closest competitor has $8,000.
Look at us.
in
Seriously.
donations.
Yay.
Yes, so
That's
KSAT
all
is
our
doing
viewers.
very, very well. And again, thanks to all our donors up till now. We are just a day or two away from reaching our goal. Keep the money coming.
Yeah, we were pushing that this weekend.
Prince Harry over there? Come here, Prince Harry. Show him your
Come here.
beard.
Well, here, walk over.
Yeah, walk over there real quick.
Yeah.
Out this camera.
Just
Model.
The hint of red in there. It's very.
Oh, here he goes.
Justin,
over here.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's walking to the queue,
They're going
guys.
that way.
He's walking to the queue. Put it.
Come back.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
This way.
Okay, stand that way.
Look at that.
Wait to the crowd. Wait to the crowd. There
yes.
you go.
Work it. And you want to keep this beard.
I almost didn't. Really? I don't know if I'm. You're keeping yours too.
I'm on the fence.
Whether the boss says so.
Yeah, we're waiting to hear official if we can keep them for at least for a little while.
Because I had said to my wife yesterday, I said, yeah, but Thursday. She goes, oh, I like it. And I'm like, just get rid of the itch. All right, beautiful. Our good friend, longtime viewer, Yvonne, and went out in toward Bandera, out toward the hill country. Look at those great colors out there. Just fantastic. Thank you very much for that picture. Make sure if you have any of these KSAT Connect pictures, you do send them in to us. We'd love to see all of that. Got a lot of clear skies right now. See an airplane flying around off there in the distance, and temperatures 44 degrees here in town. So we're a little bit on the cool side of normal being the upper 40s, 43 Converse, mid 30s parts of the hill country, 34 Kerrville, 35 Comfort. In your backyard, you may be touching freezing as of right now. And the humidity, dew point temperatures are running neck and neck with the actual air temperature. So relatively speaking, there is a lot of humidity out there, not as though it makes you sweat or anything like that, obviously. We've got a lot of clear skies, a lot of sunshine in store for this morning. Temperatures warm up very quickly. Dry air warms up very quickly like it did yesterday. Went from 40 up to 77. We will go up to 75 later on today. And then the clouds are going to start to work their way back, a couple of them today, but especially tonight. And that's when the humidity also works its way back in here. So it's very dry right now, but winds shift around to the southeast, and that humidity definitely surges back in here. So it's going to be a whole different story around tomorrow morning. We are going to have not only a lot of humidity, a lot of clouds, and also some of those just light little, we call them streamer showers, just with all of that humidity getting pumped on in here. So that'll be the case throughout the morning hours and a good chunk of the day, but we are going to be seeing a front move on through here, and that's going to be in the wee hours Wednesday morning. It'll still start off very mild on Wednesday. It's going to be kind of an upside down day, but then and in the afternoon, temperatures are really going to be dropping down. So look what happens tomorrow. We get it up to 80, but then it's back to fall very abruptly, mid 50s. That's it Wednesday, Thursday. Normal on Friday, but then it's back to the heat by Saturday and Sunday. And as far as low temperatures, again, very warm and humid. Then we get that nice little taste of fall. This is in the wee hours Wednesday morning, and then it's going to be dropping down throughout the day. But by the weekend, again, it is going to be definitely on the humid side around here. Very warm and humid. Maybe another little sprinkly shower or two, but kind of doubt that. As far as the long range forecast, we are going to be up to 80, like I said, tomorrow. And then that front moves on through here. Lots of clouds starting off tomorrow morning with a little bit of that, those light sprinkly showers around. The front is going to knock temperatures down. It's going to be very windy on Wednesday as well. So it'll be kind of an onion day, except, as Sarah put it, except in the opposite direction. Light jacket or perhaps in the morning, but you'll definitely need one in the afternoon as opposed to today. And then Thursday, only 55 degrees. Nice on Friday, but the clouds are definitely going to start to work their way back in here, as will the humidity over the weekend. Mid-upper 70s. And, just a little sprinkle here or there. So.
Okay. Love the snowman tie, by the way. 'Tis the season.
Yep.
Thank you, Mike. 5:53, 44 degrees.
Let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 1, 2, 6, Fireball 3, Daily 4, 5, 9, 8, 5, Fireball 7.
Cash 5 numbers 13, 16, 17, 22, 35. Lotto Texas 4, 11, 12, 20, 39, 41. And your Powerball numbers 15, 30, 47, 50, 51. Powerball 3, Power Play 10. Good luck.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we have a new storm I'm tracking. This one will impact so many folks across the west all the way to Wisconsin. And then it will create an outbreak of severe storms that includes tornadoes. That's for parts of Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Tennessee. I'm going to get into that. And then this morning, the major protests sweeping China. Anger growing over their zero COVID policies. And some are now calling for the president to step down. We're also going to get you ready for Cyber Monday's Frenzy, where you can find some of the best deals right now. And Tori Johnson with a special Deals and Steals. Great gifts, all free shipping, right here on GMA.
A quick reminder, KSAT Community is in the middle of the Share the Shoes campaign. You can donate a new pair of shoes or socks to a child in need. This drive is in partnership with San Antonio Police Department and Zapatos. There are 6 San Antonio police substations taking donations right now through December 16. You can find more information on the KSAT Community page at ksat.com. Well, ahead in the next hour of GMSA, massive protests erupt in China over its strict COVID policy. What protesters are demanding now as financial markets hold their breath. Plus, a high-wire rescue after a plane crashes into power lines. How this dramatic scene unfolded 100 feet in the air. And back here at home, San Antonio police searching for suspects who got away in a red car after shooting a man overnight. What we've learned since then, up next at 6 o'clock. The big incident we're tracking on the roads is at 1604 near 151 over on the far west side. We've got a number of first responders out there on the scene, and Justin Horn will have a live update coming up at the top of the hour.
China is reeling from days of demonstrations fueled by its zero COVID policy. I'm ABC's Justin Finch with the impact to financial markets and what protesters are demanding of their government this morning.
Another sign things are returning to normalcy from the coronavirus pandemic. The Sunday tradition that's coming back to Catholic churches in our area just ahead.
Are you flying on Frontier Airlines? The carrier no longer taking phone calls for customer service. We'll show you the best way to get a hold of them.
An onion day where you start with layers on the sweater and then it's a t-shirt in the afternoon, 44 degrees at 6 a.m. Mike will have our forecast in just a bit.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. We're back to work, back to school. It is Monday, November 28th.
Happy Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
I did a lot of online shopping for Black Friday. I'm halfway done with Christmas gifts.
Good.
I know you did some Christmas shopping for yourself.
I did. I accidentally got a new smoker.
Accidentally.
Yeah, it just popped into my cart. What's that? Accidentally. Yeah, it happens. You know, it's an impulse purchase.
Have you tried it out yet?
No, but but the great thing is I thought that I was going to have to build it. I showed up at Academy. They rolled it right out. They'd already built it for me. So it's ready to go.
There you go, sir.
Yeah.
When are you firing that baby up?
This coming weekend.
Good. When can we expect?
I'm thinking that I'm going to do a brisket for you guys. You'll have it next Monday morning.
How kind.
Somebody recording this? When you head out this morning, I love the description about an onion because, yes, layers and then just peel them off as the day rolls on because we're going to see a huge warm up like we saw yesterday. Lots of clear skies out there right now. You can see one of the planes that just took off right there from the airport. Some fog, though, just in a couple of spots. Now along the coast, well down to the south, Carrizo Springs has quarter-mile visibility. Gonzales, just a hint of it. Same thing up around Austin. We've got these clear skies, and that's allowing with the dry air and the light wind for the heat to escape out into space, and with some moisture left over in the ground. That's why we're seeing some of this fog around here. Temperature stands at 44 in town, 47 in Helotes, and we're about 5 degrees below normal. Got some 30s out in portions of the hill country. Mold is on the moderate side. Juniper is low. And throughout the rest of today, like I said, it's going to be a big warm up. We are going to see temperatures will gain 25 just about throughout the course of the morning, making it up through the upper 50s this morning. And then by noon, 68 degrees. That's the normal high temperature. We top off at 75 later on. Whole different situation then overnight. Humidity's really going to come back on in here. Completely different tomorrow morning. We're going to have a lot of mist, drizzle around the area, but then another front's going to move on through. What that does to temperatures and how long it lasts, those details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Horn is in here this morning. Good morning, sir. How was Thanksgiving?
Good. It was great. Thank you for asking. And we're watching an incident this morning. We talked about it last half hour here along 1604. Southbound, and this is the camera at 1604 in Valley Meadows. So this is right in between 151 and Weissman, if you're familiar with that area. And it does look like we have the main lanes closed down here. And what I think is going on is there was a crash earlier, and they're doing some cleanup here, making sure everything's in working order. And all traffic is being forced to the service road. Now, there's not a lot of traffic right now. It's still pretty early, so this isn't causing huge issues, but be aware. This may be in a place you want to avoid here in the coming hours, and we have it showing up here on our map. It's right there. So there's the slowdown. This is 151 right here. This is the main lanes of 1604. And we are starting to see some yellow colors, which indicates some slower than normal traffic. That is the only incident we have out there right now, and we'll keep tabs on it. It looks like cleanup's going to take a little while longer, so there still could be some issues going forward here a little bit later this morning. If anything else pops up, we'll let you know. That's the latest from here in the traffic lab, guys.
Justin, thank you. Happening today, the capital murder trial for a former Border Patrol agent is set to begin. Juan David Ortiz is accused of killing 4 women in the Laredo area 4 years ago.
The trial was moved to Bexar County from Webb County after the judge granted a venue change. Today, we will be live streaming the trial on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and on our YouTube KSAT channel. To learn more about the events leading to Ortiz's arrest, you can watch our open court special right now on our website.
We have learned the name of a man killed in the parking lot of a Walgreens on the west side. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office has identified him as 30-year-old Ricardo Ortega. It happened early yesterday morning. Police say Ortega was sitting in a car while a family member was inside using the ATM. Gunshots were heard and Ortega was found unresponsive in the vehicle. He died at a hospital.
An arrest has been finally made in a robbery case that happened the day after Christmas last year. Investigators say it's all thanks to a clump of the suspect's hair. Here's a look at 19-year-old Dominic Brinkley. According to an arrest affidavit, Brinkley, along with his 16-year-old brother, were seen going through the vehicle of the victim. That victim allegedly caught them trying to steal presents and ran after them as they drove away in their car. He was able to get a hold of Brinkley, which is when police say the 16-year-old started shooting. The victim was shot, but was able to grab Brinkley's beanie, which had a clump of his hair in it. But it wasn't until he was arrested for another crime that police were able to link him to the robbery.
For the first time since the pandemic began, Catholics in San Antonio are once again being offered the blood of Christ communion during Mass. It was brought back yesterday. The Archbishop of San Antonio says they practiced communion throughout the pandemic lockdown, but with limitations. According to the CDC, more than 86% of people in Bexar County have received at least one COVID vaccine, and the church's leadership has found it acceptable to bring back full communion. The Archbishop says a lot of people participated in yesterday's service and says it's a great time to start again as we get closer to Christmas.
Other stories we're following this morning: hospitals and urgent care centers are bracing for a possible triple-demic threat. Health experts fear travel and large family gatherings for the holidays could lead to a rise in cases of COVID-19, RSV, and the flu.
A lot of virus circulating in communities, some of the busiest travel days in the last few years, and all mitigations have been lifted. So people need to be on the lookout. There could be a lot more sickness around the corner.
About 78% of the country's estimated 40,000 pediatric hospital beds are currently in use. This comes as the CDC is reporting COVID deaths are still averaging more than 2,000 per week.
We think it's incredibly important as we head into the holidays for people to update their immunity, get the new COVID vaccine, get the flu shot. It's a great way to stay safe and healthy this holiday season.
This is a story we're following closely. Look for the latest on Good Morning America starting at 7.
Now to rising tensions in China, where protesters are storming the streets demanding the president step down immediately.
The heated demonstrations are coming amid frustrations with China's zero COVID policy.
ABC's Justin Finch takes a look at the ripple effects already being felt this morning.
Across China, citizens and police clashing in the streets. Law enforcement racing to contain remarkable shows of opposition to China's President Xi Jinping. Some in Beijing openly calling for him to step down. This woman saying we should end his dictatorship and Xi only cares about himself. Frustrations with China's super strict zero COVID policy prompting thousands to protest Xi and his Communist Party while demanding freedom and denouncing censorship. Asian financial markets were down in early trading on news of the rare China protest and supply chain concerns. The demonstrations ramping up after 10 people died in a fire at an apartment complex in the western city of Urumqi. Residents blaming China's COVID measures for hindering rescue efforts, claiming it took fire crews 3 hours to knock out flames, which officials deny. And the BBC is condemning China's arrest of one of its photographers while covering anti-government protests in Shanghai, saying he was also beaten by Chinese police. The BBC says it didn't receive immediate explanation or apology and is refuting officials' claims he was arrested to protect him from COVID. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Topping your morning consumer headlines, the Biden administration is opening the door to more oil from Venezuela after granting Chevron a new license to export oil again. But experts warn it may take a year just to get production back up to 200,000 barrels a day. After a few years of spending Black Friday parked in front of our phones and computers, shoppers are getting back into the stores this year. Tracking firm Retail Next says foot traffic in stores this past Black Friday was up 7% compared to a year ago.
I would argue it was even more than that. Now the Cyber Monday deals are here. Today's online shopping expected to top $11 billion. Experts say the deepest discounts are expected to be on TVs, laptops, and beauty products. As for what to not buy today, wait on mattresses and furniture, according to retail experts. We're going to have more on what you need to know about Cyber Monday sales coming up in the next half hour of GMSA. Hey, Frontier Airlines no longer taking your calls. The carrier has shut down its customer service lines. If you have a request, you can reach out via WhatsApp, social media, or on Frontier's website. The company claims it found more customers prefer communicating digitally. Good luck with that. 6:10 right now, 44 degrees.
A big problem with the water in Houston. Coming up a little later on GMSA, why the entire city of more than 2 million people are under a boil water notice this morning.
Yeah, people were scrambling to stores overnight to buy up any water they could find. And time running out for No Shave November. After the break, how you can donate and who's currently leading Team KSAT.
44 degrees at 6:10. It's a sweater morning and then a lighter, maybe long sleeve or t-shirt in the afternoon. Mike will have a forecast when we come back.